Walter, what are your thoughts on trying to take, you know, what's going on in Gorongosa and bring that to a global scale? How do you, you know, what sort of thought processes, maybe even compromises, what, you know, what has to happen to bring that to reality?
No, thank you, Dennis. And it's wonderful to listen to Piotr. In a way, we feel a little cheeky here, right? Because it's people like Piotr who are on the ground there and actually doing that really, really important work of species discovery and documentation. But then it's equally important, you could argue, to then find ways to put it all together to get at that larger picture. And I think that's what's so, or most fascinating, I feel, about Ed's book, Half Earth, to tie it back to that again, right? Piotr rightly pointed out that it's the species that are ultimately the units that we're talking about here, and species doesn't exist in our mind until it's been discovered, right? And there's something actually deeply ethical question around that, right? With which ignorance we could continue to go about in this planet, not even knowing about the life around us and the species around us. Now, if these species as units, Ed in his book and his prior research going back to the 60s, actually, when some of his most pioneering work in this area was done, was a leader in, and still is a leader in relating that identity of species, the diversity of species, to their geographic place. And that's what this larger discipline of biogeography is about, right? And that's what Ed uses as a backdrop, if you will, as a foundation of his book. And it's this realization that, well, as you go from a small island to a larger and larger island, the numbers of species increase. Or indeed, as you go from a large forest fragment to a small forest fragment, the number of species decreases. And it served as an incredibly powerful model, sort of first articulated in the 60s by Ed, and still serves as an incredibly powerful model to help us understand the implications of our engagement with the planet, the use of the planet, our effect, what we do to landscapes around us on biodiversity and the sheer existence, future existence for our own human future generations of species. And that's what he brings together so powerfully in his book, Half Earth.